Good morning vlog and welcome back to another episode. I have a couple of meetings and a couple of errands to run around Sacramento today, so we'll be taking you with. First I wanted to show you the outfit today. We've just got some Skims, we've got some Frankie Shop, per usual, and some Dairy Boy. Also, I just got this new lip stain from Palladio. It is incredible. It's just like a little marker. It's so cool and goes on so easy. I highly recommend. I literally only have the stain and then some gloss. Making my apple cider vinegar tea. I make this every morning on an empty stomach. First thing I make in the morning. It's really good for gut health and balancing your cortisol levels and bloating and all that stuff. It's really simple to make. You just boil hot water. I add a couple tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, a couple teaspoons of ginger. You can do fresh ginger or minced ginger. And I add half of a lemon. You can also add cayenne pepper. I like to add that. It gives it a little spice, and you can also add turmeric if you want, but those are the core things that I add to the tea. And I just boil that right in the pot with my hot water. That is my gut healthy tea. celebration. Jill had to work, so this is belated. This is our celebration. That freaked me out. It's actually really pretty.
Cheers! Happy New Year!
2025!
Refill.
Are you gonna all in one?
Yeah.
The whole thing?
Cheers. Chip. How about you?
I like our little bows.
There's my internet boyfriend.
Okay, being that it's the new year, we are getting back into our healthy meals. So today, we're making sheet pan, asparagus. No, today we are making sheet pan, salmon, potatoes, and asparagus. So this vlog is going to be a lot more like healthy things that we do on a daily basis, but just to reiterate, being that it's the new year, starting with healthy meals. Let's go. For this recipe, we're basically making two sauces. The first one is for the potatoes that Jill is currently cutting up. This one is just olive oil, Italian seasoning, salt, and garlic powder. It's really easy. You just pour into a bowl and mix, and then we're gonna pour it over the potatoes. I don't want anyone coming for me about how to skin a fish unless you can teach me how to properly skin a fucking fish. No, and this is the best I got. Sauce that we are going to baste our salmon with, and it is just melted butter, Dijon mustard, honey, and Italian seasoning. And there's our salmon back there. Twinkle toes. Here is the outfit of the day. This sweatshirt, it goes down further. It's actually one of my favorites. It's by a brand called Online Ceramics. Highly, highly recommend looking them up. All of their graphics are just like amazing and fun, and it's one of my favorite brands. I'm just sitting down for a little lunch. We've got, I've made this before on the vlog, but it is just cottage cheese. Fruit, we have strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries, and then topped it off with honey and granola. I am a creature of habit. I have this for lunch every single day. The cottage cheese is a great source of protein. Oh, also, cannot forget, we have our coffee also. I am such a coffee lover. I could drink coffee all day, every day, and in fact, currently making my second pot of coffee. I was just talking to my mom about this the other day, but recently we ran out of coffee and I just like didn't have a reason to get out of bed. I didn't care. We both just agreed that that we like totally look forward to that first cup of coffee in the morning. There's really nothing better than that. It's one of life's simple pleasures. I will never give up coffee. I don't care if it gives me hypertension or a heart attack. It's my favorite thing. Okay, continuing on the theme of the new year, health and wellness, I thought I'd share with you some of my just like favorite supplements and vitamins that I take. None of this is new. I've been taking these for years, but I'm going to share with you some of my favorites. I will link them all down below. Starting with anyone who is into fitness, working out, athletes, my number one things that I take for fitness is creatine. My boxing coach of many years recommended this particular creatine that I've linked below, so I highly recommend it. It's going to promote muscle gain and improve your performance overall. Truly have seen a difference in my body once I started adding creatine to my supplement routine. The second one I highly recommend is glucosamine. I take this one religiously because I have tons of knee problems from years of running and years of sports. Glucosamine is a natural sugar found in cartilage, which is a connective tissue that protects and cushions your joints. So taking this as a supplement, it's going to help your joints, especially if you have joint pain in your knees, anything like that. It's going to basically just like help reduce pain and inflammation in your joint, and it's going to help protect and repair the cartilage in all of your joints as well. And the third one that I take is magnesium. It's really great for muscle recovery. Take this before you go to bed. So those are my top three for my athletes and fitness people out there: creatine, glucosamine, and magnesium. Those three. The next thing I highly recommend is black seed oil. This is something I kind of recently added into my supplement routine, and there are just like a whole host of benefits, including anti-inflammatory, cancer prevention, high blood pressure, just like a ton of things. So I take that every day now as well. And another one that I take also for similar benefits is berberine. I've actually heard it called nature's Ozempic, which, I mean, don't quote me on that, but it is really good for gut health and digestive tract health. It's very good for helping you to lose weight if that's what you're interested in. So black seed oil and berberine are two that I take for my overall gut health. Another new one that I've started taking recently is NAD. I've heard this one considered regenerative medicine. It's supposed to be beneficial down to the cellular level, so improving mitochondrial function. It has a whole host of other benefits, including boosting your energy, cognition, metabolism, DNA repair, pain management, weight management, combating fatigue, all of these things. And of course, I take your average things like fish oils, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin A, all of that stuff. So I've gone over supplements for my fitness and supplements for overall health and hair health. I would say WellBell is my number one. I also use a lot of JS Health vitamins and supplements for hair health as well. You take a lot of supplements. I know that I just went on and on about how much I love coffee, but I do in fact start and end my day with tea. Earlier in this vlog, I showed you my morning tea recipe. At night, I do something a little different. I just brew your normal like tea bags for tea, and then I add this peppermint essential oil to the tea, and I also add oregano oil. The peppermint tea is really good for just bloating. If you feel bloated after eating, add a few drops of peppermint essential oil to hot water or to your tea. It works really well. And then Jill was feeling under the weather earlier this week, so we started adding oregano oil, which is disgusting, but it actually does work. It's really good for you. So that is my nighttime tea routine. So just a bag of tea brewed with hot water, peppermint, oregano oil. While we're here, something else I just wanted to talk about that has happened this week are the wildfires hitting Los Angeles. It's just like absolutely heartbreaking to watch your friends and people you know going through this, and my heart goes out to all the people who have lost their homes, been evacuated, lost all of their belongings, are displaced. It's just like incredibly sad to watch. I'm like super emotional about it. very grateful to not be living there at the current moment, but as of literally just a few months ago, LA was my home for more than a decade, and 7 of those years were on the west side in Venice and Santa Monica near the Palisades fire. So it's really, really sad to see what's happening there. I think something that's incredibly frustrating that I'm seeing on the internet these days, or this week, is just the lack of empathy for people who have lost everything, from people, you know, the internet trolls saying things like they're wealthy and they can just rebuild. First of all, that's just wildly inaccurate and honestly pretty ignorant, because the majority of the people that live in LA are normal, average human beings. LA is not Hollywood. LA is not celebrities. That's just what you see on TV. The majority of the people there are just normal human beings living paycheck to paycheck, just like everyone else. And I know this from experience for living there for a decade. So a few statistics for anyone listening about the greater Los Angeles area. 75,000 people in Los Angeles are homeless, and 35% of the population is considered working class. 15% of the population is low income, and 51% of the population are minorities. So this notion that everyone in LA is wealthy and can just rebuild is inaccurate and completely ignorant and false. So my heart goes out to anyone who's lost their homes, lost all their belongings, been displaced. Also, huge thanks and props to the firefighters and first responders who are out there battling these fires every day. I don't know where LA would be without people like that. As of this morning, I think the news said over 10,000 homes have been lost, which is insane to me. I realize I'm not gonna solve the problem of internet trolls with my one little YouTube video, but it's just something I wanted to talk about, and it's my YouTube video. So in an effort to like move on to brighter topics, and I guess I do feel wildly insensitive saying this after just talking about the fires, but next week Jill and I are going with my mother and my brother to Banff. It's been kind of a bucket list trip that I have wanted to go on for years, so we will be taking you along on that trip, and we will see you then.